between shows, so grab one on the way out or take a picture or whatever you need to remind yourself. So I did want to, I'm not sure who knows or doesn't know, on Monday nights we have a community choir now. It's free. You show up, you sing, it's great. You don't have to pay. We don't pay you to sing, but you don't have to pay to sing. So
do you pay us not to sing?
We'll have auditions for that. And throughout the week here at Eno House, there's always something cool going on every single night of the week. There's food on Tuesday nights. It used to be provided by Eno House, and now it's more of a potluck. Everyone comes together and they cook and hang out. There's a building next door with a kitchen. And, if the weather is agreeable, you can sit outside. There's a fire pit. If not, we come inside the big room here. But, and that's intended for the whole neighborhood, so it's just come meet people. A lot of people think this is still a church. It's no longer a church. It was a church, obviously, but that went away in 2018. So Richard, the owner, decided to keep this place and preserve it for cool stuff. So Wednesday night, there's a writer's night in here. Thursday night is a chess club. Throughout the weekend, there's usually a sound bath or yoga. There's all sorts of fun stuff going on all the time, and music concerts as well. We do have, 1 week from tonight, we have Bob Adele, Barry Gray, and Dean Driver coming in, which is going to be great. We have a couple of different CD release parties. We have Joe Newberry coming in, Joe Newberry and Mike Compton coming in September. That's going to be great. Omar Lopez, who is from here but lives in Nashville, he's got a new band, and he's going to bring his band in here in September 26th. And then in October, we have Matthew Brookshire from New York City,
yes,
along with this really cool band called Nikki Meets the Abachi. So anyway, stay in touch with us online, spread the word, and I'm going to start off tonight by introducing a good friend of mine, Mr. John Gillespie.
Oh, it's live. Okay, cool. I just want to thank Bill West. I've been so fortunate to be able to play here as much as I have, and it's just that every time that I say, like, Bill, I got this idea, he's like, okay, and then he says yes, and it's just, this show is a product of Jeffrey texting me while I was on my way to Asheville one time, and said, why don't we get Lynn in on this, and that's how it happened. So, but it couldn't have happened without Bill saying yes, so thank you, sir. This is a song that is the first track off of a live album that I recorded here last December. It's become sort of like a theme song for me, and it's called Tell You. Little voice inside my head, was it belief? Was it friends? A little bit of both from time to time. I fed it everything I knew. I did the best that I could do. I think in the end it turned out fine. Half the things I want to say, worried don't mean anything. We are only here a little while. And if I try to summarize everything I feel inside, if there's only one thing I can say tonight, I'll tell you that I love it all. 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 I will tell you that I love it all. Tell you that I love it all. Tell you that I love it all. I will tell you that I love it all. Tell you that I love it all. Tell you that I love it all. don't mean anything. We are only here a little while. So, and just knowing that there are so many music lovers in the room here, I feel like I do not have to apologize for the fact that I'm going to tune after every song. But you guys know that if I didn't, that would be a much more heinous offense. So, does anybody here have pen pals? I know one person does. Because one of my only pen pals right now is here tonight. This is a song that I wrote in the late, I think it was 1990. So it's seen some time. It's a song about missing a friend of mine who was in England at the time, my best friend in college. Okay, I hope that's good enough. It's called Letter Never Sent. Handful of flowers, 100 pennies that I collected. For you I drop into this well. I have no good reason for my lack of communication. I tried half a dozen times. This is all I have to say, but I can write it down, send it on its way. It is always in my heart. This letter never sends till it's in your hand. Till it's in your hand. You're always inside me. Sometimes I wonder I am talking. Is it me or your voice speaking out? I bow down to this memory. I bow down to nostalgia. I tried half a dozen times. This is all I have to say, but I can write it down, send it on its way. It is always in my heart. This letter never sends until it's in your hands. Until it's in your hands. I bow down to this memory. I bow down to nostalgia. I tried half a dozen times. This is all I have to say. I can write it down, send it on its way. It is always in my heart. This letter never sends until it's in your hands. Until it's in your hands. Handful of flowers, 100 pennies that I collected.
Y'all doing okay? Yeah. I warned Lynn and Jeffrey about how quiet everybody would be in between songs. Because my other like bar
band friends who've played here, it's like, oh my God, nobody's singing in between songs. What do we do? Well, enjoy. That's what you do.
We're digging that green and purple microphone on the wall.
Oh yeah, the reflections are really.
This place is pretty special, y'all.
Yeah.
So this is a song that I wrote. I taught high school English for 21 years, and I ended up writing a lot of songs about things that I taught because it was in my head, right? And so this was a song about a story I didn't ever teach, but I taught many of James Joyce's short stories in a volume called Dubliners, which is like probably the most accessible of his material. It was a story called The Dead. Not a very cheerful title, but it's about this man who's going to a holiday party, and his wife gets very visibly upset by a song that is played, that is sung by an opera student who's at this party, and he learns on the way home, in the carriage ride home, that his wife was in love with a boy, and they were separated by class or parents' disapproval or something. And he, of course, the day that he was going away, camped outside her window singing to her that song. And, of course, we know what happened. He died. He got sick and died. And she's just been living in the cloud of that love that didn't ever transpire. And so this is a song that I wrote from her point of view called I Died Too, about what it's like to live in the shadow of that. Kind of thing. Anyway, that's a heavy intro, but it's kind of a moody song. So.
Standing out in the Hold on.
So this is the guitar that I use for all my strange tunings. I leave the other one kind of just set up normal, but. And so I have some physical CDs that I made a long, long time ago, and they're sitting on this little tray, and there's a Venmo, and like whatever, if you want one, take it, drop some money, or don't, it doesn't matter, it's right back there. I have quite a number of them in a closet, as you know. This is my lovely partner, Alana, over here. Yes, so you're very...
I think I still win on taking up closet space, though.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, so this is a song that I recorded on the live album, and that's just available on Bandcamp. And I'm the only John Gillespie on Bandcamp, which is very different than Spotify, because there's like a dozen of them. And they've all been doing stuff more recently than me, so you have to be like a detective to find me on Spotify, but not so much Bandcamp. And this is a song called Alive. Wanna break, break it all down. Doesn't make sense anyhow. Was it fake, everything that we found? Were you made for just working to keep your head down? When you were young, they said you couldn't know. But when you're older, they just leave you alone. We are alive and a past the time. We are alive, then raise the price of flickering lights before the curtain of night. We were made to shine just because you're alive. Where's the key? Where's the key? Where's the key? Where's the key to this door? Do I need any more? Look at her, look at him, look at them, we're all keeping score. Were you made for just work and nothing more? When you were young, they said you couldn't know. When you're older, they just leave you alone. We are alive and a past the time. We are alive, then raise the price of flickering lights for a curtain of night. You were made to shine just because you're alive. We are alive, more than to raise the price. We are alive, more than a past the time of flickering lights for a curtain of night. You were made to shine just because you're alive. When you were young, they said you couldn't know. When you're older, they just leave you alone. We are alive, more than to pass the time. We are alive, more than to raise a price. We are alive, isn't a crime. Alive, meant to pass the time. Everybody doing okay?
Yeah.
All right. You got your snacks? You got your neighbor's snacks? My friend Sid here. Is that, Kira and I were wondering, do you call that a snackle box? I mean,
Kind of. It's because I'm in the car and I don't want my crackers to get crushed. So yeah, it's a snackle box.
Yes, sir. Adult Lunchables, yes.
Yes.
Okay, so this one is a little bit of a risk because it's hard for me to play. I
came up with this little riffy thing, and then and Alana told me it sounded like this song from The Birds. I don't know if you're familiar with that movie. There's like these little children singing this very repetitive little sing-song thing, which was the greatest compliment in the world, because I love that. And the little kids singing is kind of like our jam, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then, like, as I was working on the song, like, it's pretty easy to play when I just play it like that. But then when I start playing bass notes, it gets hard. Anyway, that's just me trying to set the stage for some mistakes. Hopefully that's not going to happen. But I love this song because it's the first time I've ever been really, like, absolutely honest about what it's like to write songs. And I call it Lies. But the weird thing is that it's, because that's what I feel like I do. I just sit around lying in my songs, and it's like, oh, look, it's a song built on fiction or fictionalized truth, something like that. But yeah, so inadvertently, that revelation makes this the most true thing I've ever written. It's called Lies. Anyway, I hope you enjoy it. I hope I play it right. Another song about something I ain't figured out. As if another metaphor could open up the door. Like every other dreamy kid, I hardly remember it. When I write it down, I find the margins never fit. Reaching for that line, keep coming up with lies, so I can sleep at night. And every time I think it's you I find, but maybe it's my mind that I'm juggling tonight. Everything I think I know, I'm sure you've heard it all before. And even if it's new, I hardly know what it is for. But I am always diving in the water, and I can't pretend I ever have a clue about the way the story ends. Reaching for that line, keep coming up with lies, so I can sleep at night. And every time I think it's you I find, but maybe Maybe it's my mind that I keep struggling to hide. I keep reaching for that line, keep coming up with lies, so I can't sleep at night. And every time I think it's you I find, maybe it's my mind that I keep struggling to hide. Oh, maybe it's my mind that I keep struggling to hide. Wow, all that self-deprecation at the beginning just, I think it helps. So that song and this next one are two newish songs for me, the ones I've written this year. And the first time I played them for people in both have been at these tiny house shows hosted by our friend Leah Kaufman. She's not here because she's up in Scotland. But can we give a big hand for Leah Kaufman, please? She just is such a catalyst for everybody's art, including her own. Yeah.
What'd you say about Leah?
I said, let's give a big round of applause for Leah Kaufman. And she's just the most wonderful catalyst for everybody's art in this town and a huge influence on me. I'm really grateful to live in a town that has such people just doing their thing. So this one is called Radiant. Oh, there we go. That's better. Both the girl with her guitar and all the drinkers at the bar, I wonder if I'll see their face a second time. But I'm delighted by the show, the chemicals I can't control. It's a feeling I have known of my life. Maybe we're radiant, maybe we're fake and that's. Is there any difference in the end? But like a bird in flight, all the stars that shine, love is all we know, solid land, just breath and hands. I always wanted it to last, but everything falls through the cracks, and I have yet to make my peace with the goodbye. Like a kitten with a toy, raptured by such fleeting joy, I do not think it is a waste of time. Maybe we're radiant, maybe we're fake and that's. Is there any difference in the end? But like a bird in flight, all the stars that shine, love is all we know, solid land, and just breath and hands, breath and hands, breath and hands. Breath and hands, breath and hands, breath and hands. Maybe we're radiant, fake and next? Is there any difference in the end? But like a bird in flight, all the stars that shine, love is all we know, solid land. And just breath and hands, breath and hands, breath and hands. Thank you. And so I'm going to do one more song. We're going to bring Jeffrey Dean Foster out here. And I just want to thank all of you for coming out and, coming to the Quiet Folk Show, It's not always on everybody's agenda, and so it's nice when it is.
It's fabulous.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So back to Mike Allen back there and I were just up in Asheville to see the Linda Lindas. And in fact, I met Jeffrey Dean Foster, thanks to Mike, at a Boy Genius show last year. And I'm introduced to Jeffrey, and then there's this young woman standing right next to him with the exact same eyes. And it's his daughter. Yeah, I mean, it was amazing. So it's cool when you see that sort of thing, right? I'm not a parent, so I might, maybe I romanticize that, or maybe not, I don't know. But on a separate trip to Asheville, I saw a band called First Aid Kit. From Sweden, I think? Yeah, gosh, they're amazing. But it was raining, it was at an outdoor place, and they had to send us all out, 2 songs into the opener. But I ended up sort of just running into a really close friend of mine that I was pen pals with throughout all of the 90s. And just a huge part of the reason I became a school teacher. And that's just an interesting way to spend, anyway, they called us back in, and there I am with this old friend of mine, getting rained on and hearing these amazing Swedish women sing. It was magical. And I came home and wrote this song the next morning. So it's very much about all those heady emotions. Thanks for supporting live music. Mornings when I am at home by myself, but never alone, feel you somehow, without reaching out, driving away for some hours just for fun, but I can't feel its power. You're always with me, even if I can't see. And if I could say what my heart knows is true, and every word that I have shared with you, like tiny particles that make the sky blue shine, because I love you, you love me too. The young man that I used to be, still inside me like rains in a tree. How quickly I'd fall if you were there at all. How blindly he stumbled on, every certainty was always wrong, but he led me to you.
that's enough, it will do. If I could say what my heart knows is true, and every word that I have shared with you, like tiny particles that make the sky blue, I shine because I love you, and you love me too. You love me too. You love me too. And if I could see what my heart knows is true, and every word that I have shared with you, like tiny particles that make the sky blue, like ripples in waters that never conclude, like the air that we breathe, and all that we do. I shine because I love you, and you love me too. I shine because I love you. Thank you so much. So now is a fantastic time if you need to use the restrooms or either side, flight attendant. Aisles here. Anyway, Jeffrey will be up in just a few minutes. Thank you so much.